Hey, welcome to Brunch with Brian. Still up here in snowy Idaho for one more day. And we'll see you tomorrow uh, if we can work it out from back in Arizona. Great to be here with you today. I want to tell you about a deal we just did. We just got a offer on a house. There's a particular house that we bought that I didn't know what the value was going to be, and I wasn't sure when we were buying it, but the value has gone up and up and up. And so we actually bought the house for something in the 300s. I think it was 370 that we paid for this house. And then it actually went all the way up, and we put it on the market because we think this is a good time to cash out of this particular house. I'll tell you what, every house has four factors in it, four pretty house deal points. And whether or not a deal is good, especially a good long term hold deal, or a lease purchase deal, depends on what the payment is. This particular house, for whatever reason, because of the way the mortgage was structured, it had a pretty high payment. The payment was like 2,000 a month, and we felt like we could maybe get 2,200 a month or something, but it was a tight margin. And this house, I'm just shocked that it's showing that it's worth this much. So we put it on the market, and we got a really good offer with no waiving contingencies, which it happens now sometimes. People want to get the house, and so they're willing to waive some contingencies. So they waived the appraisal contingency. That doesn't mean they don't have to do an appraisal. Remember, they still have to do an appraisal, and then whatever the appraisal comes back at, that's going to determine their financing. I don't think we're going to have a problem with the appraisal, and that's why people tend to waive them if they think, well, it's going to come in anyway, so let's just make the offer look better and waive the appraisal contingency. So that's one thing people can do to make their offer more attractive. But these people also were pre-qualified and everything, and they can close quickly. And so there's a lot of things we like about this cash out offer on this house. And so I think we're going to take it, and we're taking it. I think it was 520 is where we were at. So we actually bought this house. Uh, this is crazy because we bought the house less than a year ago. We got a good deal on it, but I mean, this is turning, and we did a lot of repairs on it. This was not a total pretty house deal. This was a house that needed some work. So we did a lot of work on it and increased the value, but I didn't realize we increased that much. So this is really more like a short-term rehab, which we do sometimes. And we're going to end up making over 100,000 on this house.
1031.
And we're going to 1031 because it's short term, because we're cashing out of this house in less than a year. We do not want to pay short term capital gains taxes. Now, the question on this is, was the property bought to hold? Okay, and this is, and yes, it was. I mean, it was set up that way. So initially, we have paperwork to show that. So you can actually, there's this kind of vague in the IRS code, frankly, and all it says is held for investment. Held for investment is that's the three words in the code. And so you have to, and remember, you write your own taxes. I mean, you pay what you think you should pay based on your CPA and your thinking. And so, this property, absolutely, I know I can prove it was held for investment. So remember, that's the one thing on 1031s. And if you're cashing out of a property sooner than you thought, it might look like, wait, this was not really held for investment because they only had it for a few months or 6 months or something. Well, that's long enough. And plus, if you have a pattern of doing those types of deals, plus all the paperwork says that from the beginning. So I don't worry about that. And we're going to make some really great money on this house. So guys, keep getting out there and doing what you can do to get deals. And it's amazing what can happen when you're out there taking action. That's Lynette's favorite saying. So let's do our deep breathing real quick. Okay, deep breath in. Let's take action. Always put a smile on. Sometimes it just it reminds you to smile when you're doing your deep breathing. That's good. Okay, another deep breath in. With a big smile. I forget to smile. I should smile more. I work on it. but it's not my natural tendency. Maybe you're lucky and you're a natural smiler. Deep breath in. Big smile. If you're not a natural smiler, then do things that make you smile. And like your deep breathing every day. Have you smiled yet today? Think about how, when your first smile comes in the day, and make it before you even get out of bed. Okay, so that was fun talking about that deal, guys. If you have questions about that, you can always get a hold of us, and you can always get a hold of us for anything. And so until we see you, I think we will be on a plane during Thursday's live with the Wolff. So we're not going to be here today for Thursday's live, but we'll be back tomorrow morning on Brunch with Brian. And we look forward to seeing you then. Until then, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking action.